शुरू करें। स्टार्टिंग चल। चलो सही है। हेलो, मैच डे 2
हेलो
यूरो फैंटेसी पॉडकास्ट मैड लाइंसमैन। अपने साथ वापस प्रीतिश और रतीश। क्या चल रहा है भाइयों? जस्ट अ फ्यू आवर्स टू गो
वही
बिफोर द डेडलाइन।
रंडी रोना चल रहा है आफ्टर द फर्स्ट
Randy
मैच
Rona
डे
on the
स्कोर।
top. But actually, to be fair, ये इसमें बिल्कुल भी ज़्यादा लोड नहीं ले रहा मैं, तो आई एम फीलिंग वेरी लाइक नाइस। अभी जैसे पॉडकास्ट के पहले मैंने पॉइंट्स चेक किया कि कितना आया है मेरा। इट्स जस्ट फ्रॉम ऑल द मैडनेस एंड स्ट्रेस ऑफ FPL, playing this is so much of a relief, man. It's like a breeze कि हाँ जो होगा देखा जाएगा, क्या होगा। ऐसा कोई हिस्टोरिक OR नहीं इफेक्ट हो रहा मेरा, कुछ नहीं जा रहा मेरा। It just feels really nice.
या इट डज फील नाइस, बट मुझे भी लग रहा था मैं बिल्कुल स्ट्रेस नहीं ले रहा हूँ। एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई वाज अबाउट टू कैप्टन रोनाल्डो, पर एकदम बटन पे मेरा हाथ रुक गया और मुझे लगा कि चल मैं थोड़ा स्ट्रेस तो ले रहा हूँ। लाइक आई एम टेकिंग इट स्लाइटली सीरियसली, बट ठीक है फिर भी इट्स नॉट कांट बी कंपेयर टू FPL.
I think Euros as a tournament also it's more about like for us it's more about entertainment. मतलब 4 साल में एक बार देखने मिलता है इंटरनेशनल टीम्स को खेलते हुए,
हाँ
तो इसलिए I think more focus is on just enjoying the games rather than
हाँ, and the tournament's
stressing
been
about.
really fun so far. Like it's been good.
Yeah.
It's like saying कि FPL घर चलाने जैसा है
हाँ.
और यूरो और वर्ल्ड कप वेकेशन पे जाने जैसा है।
Right.
बट ऑल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फैंटेसी छोटे छोटे टीम से कितने सारे प्लेयर्स के बारे में मतलब जानने को भी मिला है। ये हंगेरी हंगेरी के प्लेयर तो किसको क्या ही पता, ये नेगो सडनली इतना बड़ा सुपरस्टार हो गया, उसी को नहीं पता कि व्हाई सडनली इज बिकम सो फेमस ऑन ट्विटर।
जिसने भी नेगो को सब ऑन किया होगा उसको 1 पॉइंट मिला। 1 पॉइंट नहीं, उसका ओ शिट नेगो आया उसके बाद ही तो 2 गोल हुए। नो, 0 या -1 हो गया होगा।
नहीं,
तो बट वो डिफेंडर नहीं है ना, ही इज नॉट अ
midfielder है ना,
डिफेंडर।
midfielder है।
ओके।
हाँ, so that's not the case. पिछले हफ्ते की पॉइंट्स डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। So
बताइए मीर।
yeah, so I ended up on 77, I think. Let me just
Oh, lovely.
go to my team. हाँ,
Is
मतलब
that
That's
lovely?
actually very good score, 77.
is it
Very
77
good. Oh,
or
lovely.
I think no, it's not 77. It's 74. I got brace from Ronaldo, brace from Lukaku, a goal from Arnautovic after he came on in the second half, an assist from Malinowski, a goal from Insigne, who I captained and I didn't change. Jota 3-pointer, an assist from Berardi, and Voss, Hinteregger, and Mahil and Kerr with 2 points each. Kerr and Carrasco and Cancelo ended up on my bench. Cancelo obviously got COVID. And Hradicki, the legend, with 13 points and penalty save also. Yeah, that was my team. Pritish ki team. Should I cover your team also?
No, let's. I think किसका सेकंड कौन है? इसका है ना?
Ratish.
रतीश का है ना? रतीश, हाँ।
अच्छा
रतीश, you go
अच्छा,
first.
we're going point wise. Okay,
Yeah, let's
cool.
do
So
We can do that.
I
I ended up with 67.
Ronaldo, Lewandowski, Lukaku. Front line.
Yeah, is Ratish not speaking or is he opening his thing? I'm a little confused. Oh, he's podding from his phone, and his team is on his phone.
Oh.
Okay. हाँ, it's okay.
Camera
Ratish, I
घूम
think, yeah.
Radish, should I go through your team?
I, or let me go through my team.
Ha.
Then Ratish can come in. Ratish, your audio is gone, so you'll have to fix that. Just fix it in the meantime. I'll go through my team.
Your audio is gone.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go through my team. I got 66 points. Um, I don't know what that means, but I think it's okay. And I got 9 points from Immobile in the first game itself,
Ratish,
and
are you
he
back?
was
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm just going through my team.
Hmm.
So I capped Immobile. I got 9 points from him, and I for me 10 was a threshold that I wanted from my captain. I was very happy with 9. I didn't shift my captaincy.
Hmm.
Uh, Lukaku gave me 10 points. Uh, Depay, I mean, I don't know. He was doing so much for the team, but he didn't turn up at all. I mean, he didn't turn up on the
He
score
actually
sheet.
played well, I think. He played
Yeah,
well. I think he was unlucky to not
very.
get
He
Yeah.
points.
played very. He played very well.
Yeah.
Then I had Ferran Torres, who blanked. Malinowski gave me an assist. Jota blanked. Um, Jota, I'm like, given the number of attempts he had and the number of chances he ruined for everyone else in his team, I think it's a little unlucky for Jota. Ferran Torres, I mean, I couldn't see the match, so I'll count on you guys to tell me whether he played well or not.
Hmm. We'll get to that.
Then Hinteregger gave a blank. Pau Torres was my only defender to return, and Mahela and Kerr both gave me 2 points with that last last bit score goal against them from Finland. I think I was going through the stats, and Finland had just one shot on target, and
Yeah,
they had
I think they
only
had the
one.
lowest recorded XG of all teams. This game week.
Yeah. Then I had Radechki, the legend, who gave me 13 points. I mean, of course, if Ericsson was at his best the way he had started, and if he had gone for the penalty, Radechki wouldn't have given these points. I mean, and of course, if
Of
that whole
course.
tragedy had not happened, and even if Hoiberg had to take that penalty, I mean, the mental state of the team was completely destroyed. I
Yeah.
remember all of us sharing messages when that happened, and we were shitting in our pants and we were hoping and praying the best for Ericsson. So
Yeah.
we can't even begin to imagine what the teammates were going through. So yeah, that was my team. Yeah, Ratish, over to you.
Yeah. So I ended up with 67 points.
We lost you again, Ratish. I think it's when you're switching the apps, your audio is.
Yeah. Yeah. So I ended up with 67 points. I had Lukaku captain
Hmm.
and Ronaldo with a brace. In terms of the differentials, actually, I had Lewandowski, Sabitzer, and Zielinski, all of whom disappointed. Sabitzer still ended up giving an assist, but
Yeah.
Poland was the most disappointing. I honestly didn't think they played so bad. Slovakia also actually played very well. So it's a combination of Poland not being good enough and Slovakia playing well.
Yeah. Poland was just so
Apart
bad.
from that, yeah. I think Slovakia set up very well tactically. Like they knew how they wanted to play, and Poland
Hmm.
was just trying to do a lot of short passes through the middle. Did not utilize the wings at all.
Hmm.
They
The
actually don't
Po
have a match.
the
They don't have.
the Po was silent in Poland the way they were playing.
Yeah, they actually don't have natural wingers in the squad, Poland. So most of their attacks are through the middle. The goal that they got also was through through attacking through the middle. So anyway, so Poland disappointed. Rest of the team was very template. Ferran Torres, Berardi in midfield. Defense, I had Hinteregger, Maile, and Jair, who all gave me just 2 points. And in goalkeeper, the legend Radecki saved my game week. He's actually the highest scorer in my team. So
Yeah. He
uh,
came through for all of us.
Yeah. One more differential that I had was yes, TZ from Turkey, who also disappointed. He was in fact substituted at halftime itself. He was so bad apparently.
Yeah, he was in a lot of
Uh,
teams, but
Yeah, even I had him in my team.
yeah. But ठीक है, I think 67 points I'm happy. मतलब because FPL में if you think about it, to hit 60 points in a week is sort of the average. So hitting 67 here, I'd say is good.
Yeah, and that too without bonus points.
Yeah, without bonus points. Of course, we get to change the captain every match and also use substitutes.
Yeah, and
But
we get to ensure that we have the max. Like, yeah, yeah, I think that this is a bigger factor than bonus points.
yeah, so
hmm,
yeah, ठीक है. 67 not a bad start. Let's see.
not bad at all. Um, so yeah, that was our teams. Let's go to before we go to the next round of fixtures. I have this meme of the week that we decided on. This is the meme that you shared, Ratish. I think it's the Spider-Man one with the one where Schick scored that goal
It's
from the
yeah,
half line.
it feels a little nasty to target the goalkeeper like that, which because बेचारा उसकी गलती नहीं थी, मतलब उसने शॉट ही इतना अच्छा मारा कि क्या करे. He tried his best. I mean, but still the
Yeah,
meme is a meme.
the
So
meme is a meme. But that was a beautiful goal, dude. I think that should be easily the goal of the tournament
yeah,
so far.
yeah,
So far,
true.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
I
talking about
think
the half line one, I'm guessing.
I think
yeah,
only like a bicycle kick goal, maybe in the semi-final or final, like sort of extra time winner type goal, probably could eclipse this as the goal of the tournament. But
yeah,
otherwise, I think this will be.
yeah. Anything funny to add there, Pritish? It's the meme of the week. Make a joke, man.
No, I mean, I was just thinking, man, that I mean,
Hmm.
I know it's mean and all of that, but memes are merciless. They only exist to make people laugh. And of course, I mean, sadly, when you laugh, it is usually at somebody's cost, especially in sports. I mean, you can never have a laugh which is not at anyone's cost in a competitive sport. So yeah, I mean,
Just in relation to that, apparently there was a Manchester United fan forum meeting couple of days back, और उसमें one of the oldest supporters, he's some 60, 70 years old. He told Joel Glazer that because of you, Manchester United has become a laughing stock for everybody. उसके मुंह पे बोल दिया उसने. तो या तो ग्लेजर ने बोला कि हाँ कुछ करेंगे हम.
so can this be measured with the number of memes being made about Manchester United?
10 साल से तो मीम ही बन रहा है अभी टीम का. But anyway,
कब
uh,
होगा
should we move on?
या अच्छा छोड़ो यार, अभी एफपीएल
हाँ,
में नहीं घुसते.
FPL
हाँ,
में नहीं
let's
घुसते
stick to
अभी.
the
हाँ, अभी
हाँ,
supposed to be a short pod.
yeah.
So let's move on to fixtures of match day 2. We start off by Finland versus Russia, which is the 6:30 game today. I think Russia should win this comfortably. What do you guys think? I don't think Radicki will be
In
able
fact,
to save their
in
his
fact,
owners this time.
the point that you mentioned that Finland had the lowest expected goals.
No, that was
I
Sweden.
also
That
read
was
somewhere that
Sweden.
said,
That was Sweden.
are you sure? मतलब I actually read that Russia had the lowest expected goals. So it's like Russia भी गोल नहीं मारना चाहता है, Finland भी गोल नहीं मारना चाहता है.
Yeah.
0-0 would be best for uh, the legend Radecki. So
Hmm. But Russia will still have like guys up front, like Zuba is there. Golovin can create like good chances. I don't think they got much of a fight from Denmark after the incident. So yeah,
do you want to go match by match or just discuss the limitless teams directly?
I want to go
Yeah,
match by match
match
first
by
quickly.
match. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Quickly,
for this,
like
for yeah. I think we've discussed enough of Finland and this. Just one point to add. It is. I mean, at least when it comes to motivation, the way ये home वाले teams जिस तरह से खेल रहे, that is they are putting in a lot of effort, and that's for everyone to see. That's for everyone to see. The amount of heart they are putting into the game is insane. Like yesterday also against Portugal, the way Hungary was playing. I mean, of course, I'm not denying the way
Yeah, I
Portugal.
mean they did huff and puff, but they
They
couldn't.
and the amount of heart which people are putting in. I'm just
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about that. That's insanely high. And I don't know. Russia was at home against Belgium. I didn't. I mean, they didn't seem that mad to me. This is a game in Finland. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. And you know, after the last win,
yeah.
Finland कुछ तो उम्मीद जगा होगा ना फिनलैंड में भी from believing that they won't make it to the next round
Hmm.
to getting a clean set of 3 points in their first game कुछ तो उम्मीद जगा होगा so I
Correct.
don't think there's it's a clear call about who's going to win of course my the odds are favoring Russia but I don't think it's a clear call.
Okay. Next up is Turkey and Wales, which I think Turkey should comfortably win because Wales easily look like the worst team this round. To me, they look like really bad against the Swiss side that didn't have much going on in their attack. And Turkey, for Turkey, is also a must-win game. And yeah,
So just one thing
Yeah.
about Turkey. Turkey has the worst number of shots conceded inside the box. Of course,
they were playing against an Italy side that were
they
just
were
free
playing
flowing.
against an Italy. Yes, who was so smooth,
Was so
so
smooth.
fucking smooth, so fucking smooth. And again, Finland and Czechoslovakia have 14 shots conceded, which is the second highest. And then comes Wales, and Wales conceded 12 shots inside the goal against a far inferior team than Italy. So yeah, I think the odds will be stacked against Wales when they face Turkey, and I don't know. I mean, the Turkey I saw play in the last game wasn't the Turkey that I had heard of, or the Turkey which was hyped. They seemed
Yeah,
very scared for some reason. They just seemed very
they were
scared.
rightly scared because once we saw what Immobile and the company were doing, I
Yeah,
mean, I think,
the moment Undar came in and they tried to attack,
yeah,
that's where the game ended.
Yeah, it opened. Yeah, which is why I actually am for my limitless team. I'm mostly going to punt on Bale versus Turkey because last match when Turkey decided to finally attack, it opened up a lot of space for Italy in the back line. And I think with Bale and Daniel James on the wings, Turkey will attack because they have to win the match. So I'm hoping that the wingers, like Wales wingers, get a chance to
yeah,
do something. So I'm mostly going to punt on Bale.
Yeah, if I remember
Yeah.
right, I think James has created one of the highest chances in amongst midfielders. So
James played very well actually against who did they play? Swiss. Yeah.
Switzerland, yeah.
Next up is Italy versus Switzerland, which I think we can all agree should be a comfortable win for Italy.
I just feel
Yeah.
Switzerland will defend better than Turkey.
They could
So
because they're a bus, but then again we saw what Italy did to a bus.
Yeah. It was relentless, Italy,
Insigne,
against
man,
Turkey.
fuck, so good,
Insigne is so good.
so good, man, so good.
Berardi was good too, like he was really good.
Yeah.
The Twitter differential came through.
And even Immobile for that matter.
Definitely.
Even Immobile for that matter.
Immobile also created a goal and scored one.
Yeah. So not much to talk about this
Yeah.
game. I think we can
Let's
move
go
on.
ahead. Next is Ukraine versus Macedonia, which is my favorite fixture of the week.
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom.
boom, boom.
Ukraine
Full boom, boom.
turned up, man, against Netherlands, like we all saw it coming. I think it
Yeah, it
was
could have very well have been a draw. Could very well have
yeah.
been a draw.
De Boer was doing De Boer things, and somehow they managed to scrape through. I think Netherlands also put up a great fight. Like their double pivot in the middle just completely controlled the midfield and did not give any space to Malinowski. But it was the best game of the week for me. End-to-end stuff.
Yeah.
But I think
True.
it
Yeah.
should be comfortable for Ukraine against North Macedonia, and this will be the fixture that everybody should be targeting, regardless of their chip strategies.
So,
Yeah.
so if anyone's going for the limitless chip, who are the players to watch for Ukraine, according to you guys?
I think it's easily Yaremchuk and Malinowski, because Malinowski
And
didn't.
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko, 2. Yeah, Zinchenko would be fourth for me, but I think there's a chance. I think there's a good chance that North Macedonia actually didn't look that bad attacking. So I think they could score, and Ukraine also did not defend well. So I think Macedonia could score. But I think the better three assets to own from this will be Malinowski, Yaremchuk, and Yarma.
यार
Uh,
स्कूल में कभी लड़ाई किया है आप लोगों ने लाइक हैव यू एवर हैड अ फिजिकल ब्रॉल इन स्कूल सो देयर आर सम किड्स who will land a punch though they'll get bashed up but they'll land a punch. I don't know,
uh,
that's the feel I get from Macedonia. They
right.
will land a punch.
Uh,
They will land a punch.
उनका
That's the kind of feel I get. वो एक एक घूंसा तो मार के जाएंगे वो.
yeah. How old is Goran Pandev again?
I think he's like 37 or something.
Yeah, he's 37 साल का Pandev is North Macedonia's youngest goal scorer in the Euros.
Yeah.
So yeah.
और इसके बाद इनको कभी मिलने नहीं वाला है यूरो फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. पेलेंगे भाई, पेलेंगे, दिल गो ऑल आउट.
चलो जल्दी
बहुत.
आगे किसी और को कुछ बोलना है इस वाले फिक्सचर के बारे में.
जस्ट वन क्वेश्चन,
नहीं.
यारमा का वो होगा क्या? मतलब यारमा को मिल जाएगा फिर से स्टार्ट?
Easily,
मिल ही
yeah.
जाना चाहिए.
Yarma
I
was
think
Yeah, yeah.
Yarma
He is
had
good.
the
Let's
I
move.
think he had the most recorded XG among all midfielders.
वाओ.
Oh,
I think so.
okay.
Yeah, I can't.
He's definitely a good shout. He's one of the main players for the Ukraine team, and he has pace. He has good finishing. So chance तो है Yarmolenko को.
ओके.
Definitely. Definitely. And I
Yeah,
think
let's move.
to add to that, I think Malinowski is also a great option for this because he didn't really get the space to play the way he does against Netherlands because of the way they set up the way the Dutch set up in the midfield, and De Jong had like an amazing game.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a lot of space in this game, and he should be able to do Ruslan things.
Far more damage, yeah. Far more
Yeah,
damage.
Up ahead is next up is Denmark versus Belgium. Very tough game to call.
I just feel it will be a very, very, very tight game.
Yeah,
That's the
it
sense
should
I am
be.
getting from this.
It should
Yeah.
be. It should be.
It'll be a very tight game.
It's going to be either very tight or it's going to be a walk through the park for Belgium,
For
depending
Belgium.
on what kind of mindset
Yeah.
the Danish players are in.
Because see, at the end of the day, the Denmark team will really suffer with the loss of Eriksen. I mean, it is sad, but
Yeah,
it's true.
The tallest figure in the team
Yeah.
by all margins.
Yeah, but they would still like they're out of the tournament if they lose this, so they'll bite like they'll do everything they can to hold on.
Does that mean
Yeah, but I
Belgium
think-
will get more chances to score? Because then things will be open at the
I
back.
don't know. I'm staying away from this game personally because I find it really hard to call. Plus the uncertainty of Hazard and De Bruyne also. So yeah, it's a stay away from me. But yeah, I can see a lot of people going for Lukaku, and it's not a bad bet at all against Denmark side.
Yeah. I think the way Belgium played against Russia, like the performance was very, very professional. No bakchodi during the game. Like they just wanted to, get the result, the 3 points. And they scored 3 goals as well. Hazard also played the last 10 minutes. I'm guessing that he might start mostly this match.
Yeah, good shout to
Not
start.
sure whose place. Yeah, not sure whose place he'll take. Carrasco played very well. Mertens, maybe he might replace Mertens. Not sure. But I think you can still punt on the Belgian attack, if not the defense.
Yeah, I could actually go for Munir in defense also because he was
Yeah,
super
Same
attacking.
here.
He's super attacking,
Same
so
here.
I don't mind that
Yeah.
shot.
I don't
think-
see I think Eriksen's absence overall it will have, definitely have an impact, but the impact will be heavily felt in the attack, be it in
Agreed.
the quality of set pieces he used to take, be it in the kind of creativity he used to bring in the front.
Bilkul.
I think they will be badly hit on their attacking front, and I see a very easy clean sheet for Belgium in this. I mean, of course, anything can happen, but
Sahi baat. Next is Netherlands versus Austria. What do you have to say
another
about
boom
this?
boom match. Another
Yeah.
boom boom match.
Another
Yeah.
boom boom match. Like Netherlands look good, sort of. Not in defense, but yeah, they did show up in
I
attack.
think Arnautovic will start, and he might
Hmm.
have good chances of return given how he played the last
Definitely,
match. In yeah,
So if it's a
definitely.
boom boom
and
match,
the
will you
Dutch.
guys go for Dumfries?
I would actually, just because he was he
He was
recorded,
the right winger, man. You
he was
can't
the
I
right
fight him
winger.
think
like
yeah,
that.
He was the
वो
He was
most
बॉक्स
the
में ही
right
तो
winger.
था पूरा टाइम.
हाँ, उससे ज़्यादा अटैकिंग कोई डिफेंडर मुझे दिखा नहीं पूरे हफ्ते.
Again, another very
But
interesting stat.
हाँ,
He has the highest number of pen touches of all
yeah,
players across all positions.
yeah.
Shit.
It was
So
insane. It was actually insane, and then I looked back and I saw that he's actually a legit goal scorer for his club also, and
some 7 goals or something he scored, no?
yeah, like 7 goals. Not seven. I think 4 goals like 2 seasons back, and six goals or something last season. So yeah, he's like prime Trent Alonso types.
Ulta Alonso.
Ulta Alonso. Bhai,
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea to target any team which plays with five at the back, because the wing backs will have a very attacking role to play as compared to a team that plays four at the back.
but then again,
So Italy, for example,
I do expect Austria to score like Ratish said. Matlab, Arnie was doing Arnie things, and I don't want
yeah,
to really bet against Arnie, but Dumfries is like
Dumfries, I think it's purely for
no,
attacking returns.
yeah, it's a
मतलब, he was
no-brainer.
so
Yeah,
attacking that I think it's more for attacking returns than
uh,
depending on his clean sheet.
yeah. Let's go ahead with Sweden and Slovakia.
I think
Sweden.
Sweden will play a little bit more attacking, at least as compared to how they played against Spain. Slovakia are also set up very well tactically, so it's going to be actually a very difficult match to call. Maybe like a 1-1 is what
Yeah,
I
I don't
think.
like any assets
I
from this game except Forsberg and Isaac.
Isaac, yeah,
Yeah,
Isaac is a good shout. He played very well.
yeah, he had a good game, but I don't know. If I'm going on limitless, so I'm avoiding this game. Next up is
Yeah.
Croatia and versus Czech Republic. What do you have to say about this game?
Again, a very tight game, but I think Croatia will nick this one, especially after the disappointing performance against England. I think this time they'll go out with a point to prove, and this again is a must-win match for them. I think Czech defense is good, plus Schick is also in form.
Yeah,
But I think Croatia will nick this.
yeah. I
I
just
think so too.
they should, but I just don't see a lot that they have to offer in their attack. I mean, they
I
don't
just
Yeah,
feel
have.
Croatia will be hungrier.
They will
That's
be
where I'm coming
hungrier.
from.
Yeah, they definitely will be hungrier, but they don't have Mandzukic anymore, and that really sucks.
Slovakia might actually play for a draw, because given that they've already got the 3 points against Poland,
Mm-hmm.
they would want to play for a draw against one of the better sides in the group. So
Right.
Yeah.
they might play a little bit more defensive.
Let's
Yeah.
go ahead
Yeah.
with England versus Scotland. Is it coming home again, Ratish?
I really don't think. I mean, it's too early, because of course they won against Croatia, but I still feel they could have played a little bit better. And I don't trust Southgate at all. But let's see. I mean, I'm still expecting a low-scoring game. This is actually going to be sort of like the derby for international matches, England Scotland, like India Pakistan types here, thoda bahut
Yeah,
ho gaya.
England
So
didn't really impress me much, but yeah, I by the from what we've seen from FPL, like Kane didn't really show up last game, and he was playing
yeah,
super deep, which means that he'll be playing too far up top and have like 20 shots on target this game. So I am going for him
Explain the logic.
because that's
It's
like
just
those are just Kane
that's one of the
things.
Kane
going
things to
against
do.
Those are just Kane things.
going.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a low-scoring game, maybe like a 1-0. Could be either England or Scotland's way, I think.
Good. Next up is Hungary versus France, which looks like the fixture to target for this. Another fixture to target for this game week.
Yeah.
Should be comfortable for the French team after how they looked against Germany last night. Looked very dominant in attack and very comfortable in defense, apart from a few moments. But I think they should comfortably beat Hungary by a margin. I would, मतलब मैं
Yeah.
उतना बोल सकता हूँ. What do you think?
So you expect a thrashing?
I am expecting more than 2 goals at least.
My only disappointment with the France team is that so the way they line up, they play Griezmann, Benzema, Mbappe in attack, and all three of them are listed also as forwards in the fantasy.
Yeah, that really sucks.
So you can't take all three of them, or even two of them. Like even if you take two, it leaves you room only for one more player.
Yeah.
And in the midfield, they have Kante, Rabiot, and Pogba. Pogba could be a shout, but again, he doesn't attack that much. Like he's sort of like a pre-assister in the team, because if aage you have Benzema, Mbappe, Griezmann, you don't
I
really
know.
need to go forward. Like you just give them the ball and they'll score. So इसलिए France का assets I am very confused. Like apart from Mbappe, I don't know who else to go for in attack.
Pogba is
so-
really he was really good with his long balls. So
Yeah.
any team which presses hard is the team where Pogba could be that slight differential.
Yeah,
Is
I
the guy-
don't see
is
him
the-
as a bad shout like this game be, but
But not against Hungary. Like some team which is really pressing hard and they're really
yeah, but
going for
I'd
it.
rather go for the defense other than Pogba.
Yeah, yeah. I think Hernandez was very attacking. He set up the first goal, which
Yes.
Hummels applied a fantastic finish to.
Yeah, that was a great finish.
Yeah, I think Hernandez could be a player to target in defense, and Lori also in goalkeeping.
Then there's Portugal versus Germany. Tough game to call.
I think again
Yeah.
this was going to be a goal fest. I don't know why or who is going to get more goals, but I see this as a goal fest because Germany will be so desperate to win, and Portugal are smooth. I mean,
Yeah.
they can transition so easily from defense to attack. I feel there are lots of goals in this match. Lots of goals in this match, and if I had to put my money, I would put it on Portugal than on Germany.
Yeah, because if Portugal do score first, then I think they'll start playing on counters, and then they should be
Yeah.
able to control the game much more easily. It depends who scores first. I think it's still a tough game to call, but Germany have like everything to play for, and
Yeah.
I think Gnabry could also be a good shot for this game, even though he was
But yesterday, I think like Germany's attack, like no one in particular sort of stood out in Germany's
yeah,
attack.
Gnabry was invisible completely, but he's
Yeah,
the,
and
he's
Muller
the-
also wasn't.
Yeah, but he's the striker listed as a midfielder, so I'm just looking at him like that. Otherwise,
You know,
Gundogan looked good to me. Like he could be an option.
I just feel
Who
there's
takes
too
penalty?
much.
We don't
Muller?
know that yet. Could
Muller
be.
would be taking
No, I
it?
don't.
No,
think
I have no
Muller would be
clue.
taking it. I don't think
कौन
Muller would
है?
be taking
Either
it.
Muller can take or Cruz can take probably.
Cruz can take. Gundogan can also
Yeah.
take penalties.
And see, one thing which I want to call out is that it's in vogue for all of us who follow football to make fun of Frank de Boer, but yesterday Lowe also made some major fuck ups as a manager. The way he started Kimmich, then in the middle of the game he tried to shift the entire formation. He tried to do too many things too quickly within the team. There are two players in the team who've been called back, who he had chucked out of the team. They are starting, so I don't know. I mean, there's some issue I think with the manager and the way he's setting up out there also, because individually they are all great, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. As a
I'd like
team-
to see a few more matches.
Yeah, but in moments last night they seem to be linking up like the old German team, and I don't know. I still have hopes from them. So
I think Germany defense could still be like something that you can target, because yesterday apart
Against
from that
Portugal?
goal, yeah, so France also yesterday apart from that goal and a couple of chances on the counter for Mbappe, Germany controlled the game, at least from a possession perspective, most of the time. Portugal also play very defensive, like with two defensive midfielders like Carvalho and Pereira. So Germany will have most of the possession. Any goal Portugal will get will most likely be on corners or on counters or set pieces.
They have Ronaldo.
So Germany
And
defense,
Portugal
yeah,
is set up for counter, man. They have so
Yeah.
much
yeah.
pace. They have
But I still feel
complete-
Germany defense could be a good option to target if are a little confused.
Who would you go for?
And
Gosens? What's his name again?
Gosens,
Gosens.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gosens or Kimmich maybe.
Kimmich is
From the wing
listed
back.
as a midfielder.
Yeah, that's the fuck up. Kimmich is listed as a
Oh, so he
midfielder.
won't get clean sheet points. He won't get clean sheet points.
He won't get any points.
Then Gosens probably.
Yeah.
कल के मैच
Yeah.
में यही तो हुआ ना सडनली उसको रियलाइज हुआ लो को कि ओ शिट ही इज लिस्टेड एज अ मिडफील्डर
No,
इसको
no,
मिडफील्ड में खेला
but Löw always plays Kimmich as a left back.
हाँ but then he shifted his role
Right
in
back.
the middle of the game.
Right back, sorry.
Uh,
And then the last fixture is Spain versus Poland, which I will go for a Spain
I-
win for this game.
both of them disappointed massively in the first game, Poland
Yeah.
as well as Spain.
Who's going to be Spain's striker? I want to start with that question. If it's Morata,
I have no
I
clue.
have,
I have
I
no
don't
clue.
know what's going
I
to
don't think Morata should start after last game. Sorry about anybody who went for him after my shout next week because he didn't end up in my final draft. And
I
I'm
just
glad.
sometimes just feel very bad for Morata. He gets into good areas, gets into good positions, has so many one-on-ones with the keeper.
Yeah.
But वहाँ जाके suddenly I think like something
भाग देता
stops
है.
in him that he just becomes confused or scared or nervous. I don't know what happens, and he will not strike it at the goal for sure. बस कहीं side में मार देता है हमेशा.
But that's been his thing forever and ever, man. Forever and ever. That's been Morata. That is Morata.
Yeah.
That's who Morata is.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. So who else? Moreno. Who will start as a striker? Who's their striker?
Moreno and
Moreno will
Moreno.
start, I think, mostly.
Good for them, man. Good for them.
Good for them.
Moreno should get a run for sure.
Did
after-
Rodrigo from Leeds go to the team? Did he get
He's
selected?
with the team.
He is
He's with the team. He's with the squad. Yeah.
He could also be. I don't know. I don't know at this point.
No, Rodri as in the
Rodrigo, the Leeds.
Rodrigo,
striker.
attacker.
that no, I don't think I don't know about that. Let me check.
I think he is with the squad, but start करेगा क्या थोड़ा सा doubtful. He's not an out and out striker like Moreno or Morata. So
Yeah.
even if he plays, he might come on as a substitute on the wings. So,
So that's it for the fixtures. Let us go to our teams now.
Yep, let's do that.
yeah.
So I'll start with my team. I think we shared this draft yesterday, but we've all made a few changes since then. I've gone for Kane up top with Yaremchuk and Mbappe, which will most likely be my front three. I like Kane against Scotland, but I do want an England guy against Scotland, which I think Kane is going to be in my team. And Yaremchuk, I'm looked really good against in the last game against Netherlands. So I am going for him, even though I'm on my limitless chip. But I don't think I can avoid going without Yaremchuk this game week. I'm not gonna let my limitless chip, influence the decision of not going for a cheaper player. Because I still think he's one of the better assets to go for this
I
week.
think if there's anything which this last season in FPL has taught us is that
Yeah.
don't take the
And,
pressure of using all your funds.
and then Mbappe is just auto this game week against Hungary. In midfield, I have gone for two other Ukrainian mids, which Malinovsky and Yarma. And there's Insigne against Switzerland, who look so good.
Yeah.
So and of course, I need a cap for match day 1, the first day of match day 2. I mean, and in midfield, then I have Foden and Sterling, who are not nailed to my team right now. I think I would go for Genie instead of Sterling because there's Sterling could have like limited minutes, and I'm scared about the same thing for Foden. So these two spots are not decided, but Genie is definitely in there. And then in defense, I have Spinazzola against Switzerland again, comfortably, like should be a comfortable clean sheet. There's Meunier against Denmark, very attacking. Dumfries against Austria was super attacking also. Lucas Hernandez in defense. This also I've changed up a little. Right now I have the Czech goalkeeper and Loris as my two goalkeepers, and I've removed
Why
Pavard
Czech?
because I feel like going for a goalkeeper who has a chance of getting a lot of save points and a clean sheet, uh, so that I can maximize my goalkeeper spot. But in case it doesn't come through, I always have a good goalkeeper to fall back to. Like that's my thinking behind it. You
So you're
know,
not
Okay.
going for Lukaku?
I'm not going for Lukaku. Like it could be like that game could be a 0-0 draw. I wouldn't be surprised if it did end up that way. So I don't like the risk of going that for that. So yeah, but it could like Lukaku's still a good shout. I don't have anything against that.
My only point to your goalkeeper thing would be that in this fantasy format there are no bonus points. So
Yeah.
so let's say if a keeper has a clean sheet, he'll get 6 points. But for a non-clean sheet goalkeeper to get 6 points, he has to make 12 saves
No, I'm
because
saying
every three saves.
I'm going for a clean sheet and save points. There's no, I don't think there'll be a lot of save points for the big sides like Loris or Donnarumma because the defense is just so good. They don't let up shots. But for
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so that's why I've gone for
Got
a
it.
guy
Got it.
who has a chance of a clean sheet because I don't see much going for Croatia in attack, and that's why I've gone for the Czech
Got
goalkeeper.
it. Got it.
I don't
Yeah.
even
Got it.
remember his name. And yeah, and my last defender right now is I'm not sure on that either. It'll either end up being Alba or Trips. So now I'm gonna switch to Pritish's team.
Okay, which I shared two drafts. So can you tell me the front line?
I'll
Then
tell you the draft that you shared is I'll tell you the whole draft. It's Lukaku, Griezmann, Mbappe, Yarmolenko, Wijnaldum, Malinowski, Ferran Torres, and Diego Jota in midfield. Oli Zinchenko, Pau Torres, Benjamin Pavard, Dumfries, and Spinazzola in defense, and Bachmann and Donnarumma as goalkeepers.
yeah. So I think the whole idea is, I mean, I think the one thing which I've changed out here is to include Insigne. I mean, I think he needs to be included because Insigne is so sexy, so he has to be there in the team. So I think Insigne will be brought in. Jota, I think this draft was made before I saw the game yesterday. So if Ronaldo has any pull in the team, Jota shouldn't be starting the next game. And Jota's position was anyway in doubt because there is somebody waiting in line to start instead of him. So Jota will not be there. I might bring in Sterling because Sterling, as I mean, as you said, Mir, Sterling तो साउथगेट का बच्चा है ना, वो तो स्टार्ट
हाँ,
करेगा,
वो बच्चा ही है.
वो तो उसका बेटा है.
But there's
तो
always
उसका
that chance that Sterling is just Hagar
I
as
don't know, man.
usual and like ends up playing most of the time on the
I know,
hugging the
but then
byline.
I know, but
Yeah.
Sterling is not being managed by Pep right now, so he won't hug the byline.
Okay.
He won't hug the byline. I don't think so. He will, and
Yeah.
like
You can
it was
never
all
be
it
too
was
sure
all.
of that. Like that's what I
I'll
feel
just
with
I'll just
him.
go by the way Sterling has appeared in internationals so far. Nothing else. If he ends up hugging the byline, I stand corrected. Um, he was almost the second striker last time in the last match against Croatia. Croatia was the match, if I remember right. So he was the second striker in that game. He scored a goal, which means Southgate will have a better face in front of the media and the fans to start Sterling over Grealish or over anyone else. So that battle with Southgate is perpetually in like embroiled in. He has a higher say to choose Sterling over anyone else. So I think Sterling should be good. Wijnaldum is fine. I'm a Liverpool fan, and fuck, fuck. I've never seen Wijnaldum play this Wijnaldum for Liverpool, and he was just
आपको
so good.
दुखी होना चाहिए ना, दुखी होना चाहिए ना, वाइनल्डम तो चला गया ये।
If I didn't know the tactical, yeah, Dukhi, I'm fuck sad. I'm fuck sad. Man. I'm fuck sad.
Yeah,
I'm fuck sad.
especially
I'm
after
fucking
him
sad.
looking this good, like
No, it's not about
And he
looking
left
this
because
good
of
or not.
money. That is, he left because of money actually. That
See,
stings more, I guess.
I think he left because Liverpool
yeah.
wants. It's against their
I'm
policy to
I'm
sign a
also very
player that
sad
old.
because I'm a Barca fan.
Yeah. A lot of Barca nibbas were celebrating कि हाँ PSG में चला गया पैसा मिलेगा.
So was
And I thought
I, but
भैया,
after watching this game, I was like, "Fuck, dude, shit."
if this is what he can bring, then fuck.
Yeah, we could have used that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could have.
shit.
You guys definitely could have used that. So yeah, Wijnaldum definitely. Yarmolenko, I don't know. I'm just feeling. I don't know. I'm just getting this.
You
Is
do
there?
know
Is
that
there?
he's
Is
on
do they
pens,
have a?
right?
Do they have squad depth? Does Ukraine have squad depth enough to bench Yarma?
Yarma is
इतना
on
रिसर्च
pens.
नहीं किया।
Yarma is on pens, by the way.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So Yarma stays. Yarma stays. Yarma कहीं नहीं जा रहा है. And I think Munier needs to be added in the list. Munier I'll add, and since I'm going with limitless, instead of Backman, I will get in Courtois. So I'll get the two best goalkeepers that I like, which is Donnarumma and Courtois, and hopefully one of them will get a clean sheet. So that's the plan. I'm the most confused about the front three. So I mean, if we can just pause right now and talk about possible front threes, or do you guys want to do it after we talk about Ratish's team?
Let's
Maybe
talk
after
about
Ratish's team.
Ratish's team first, and then
Yeah.
we can discuss.
Yep. Let's do that.
So
ठीक
Ratish,
है।
your team is up on the screen, and I'll tell you the whole squad as I can see it. Memphis Depay.
It has Bale, right? It has Bale, right?
It does not.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll just still tell you the whole squad, and then you can tell me what changes you've made. Up front is Depay, Lukaku, and Mbappe. In midfield, you have Kingsley Coman, Lorenzo Insigne, Gini Wijnaldum, Berardi, and Eden Hazard. And in defense, you have Meunier, Spinazzola, Dumfries, Andy Robertson, and Vladimir Kufal. And in goals, you have Radicki and Hugo Lloris.
Radichki.
Okay. So I've actually made quite a few changes from this draft. My forward line still stays the same. It's Mbappe, Depay, Lukaku. Depay I may or may not change, but I actually really liked how he played the last match, even though he did not get any returns. But I'm still confused कि अगर Depay नहीं तो कौन? I'm not really convinced by anyone else, Kane or Lewandowski. I'm going purely by the performances on the first match. I'm not really convinced by any other forward. And I don't want to double up on French forwards either because I still feel Griezmann plays a little bit deeper. Benzema might be a good option, but for now it's Depay. Midfield is Hazard, Wijnaldum, Insigne. What I've changed is I've gone for Bale and Yarmolenko now. Bale because I think for Turkey it's a must-win match. So it will be a much more open game than it was between Turkey and Italy. And Bale also played very well in the last match. I think he had a couple of good chances. And Wales do look little threatening on the counter. So I'm taking Bale as a differential and sort of like a punt. And Yarmolenko, again, the way Ukraine played, I think he will definitely have a part to play in their attack. So in defense, Spinazzola, Meunier, Dumfries, I think it's the same for all. I also have Lucas Hernandez now. After having watched the France game yesterday, I think he was quite attacking from the left flank. And with people like Pogba spraying passes to him, I think he has a good shout for an assist. Clean sheet also because it's Hungary. and I've also gone for Robertson. So I also read somewhere that Robertson had created the most number of chances amongst all defenders in match day one. And Scotland actually also played very well, honestly. Even though the scoreline was 2-0 to Czech, I think it did not really reflect the actual performance. Scotland played very well. They had so many good chances. They were just unlucky not to score.
This
Definitely.
was
And
there were
again,
too
even
many. I think there were too many scrambles in front of the goalpost, if I remember right. And
yeah, last
somewhere,
ditch tackles.
yeah, somewhere
Yeah,
those guys were really tight. And I remember this one shot which Stuart Armstrong took, which was deflected by
yeah,
defender. It was
Yeah,
super
like a
yeah.
really good
that's what I don't
chance.
like about Scotland, that their manager is actually stupid and he took off Armstrong even though he was easily their best player in the team. So I don't know about I don't have a good feeling about them against England.
So the thing is that I want to play Robertson because his match is, I think, on the 19th. And even if he doesn't perform well, I can get Lucas Hernandez the next day. If
Great call. Great
Robertson
call.
doesn't get a
Yeah.
clean sheet. So, but I still want to take a punt on him because I think he has assist potential. Scotland, for them, it's a must-win match, and England, ke saath, to they have a very big rivalry.
Huge
So
rivalry.
it's just a punt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Robertson is my fifth defender. For keeper, I've gone now for Donnarumma and Lowry. So again, there's a difference in the match days when they play. So if Donnarumma doesn't play well, I can
So
always
yeah,
get in Lowry.
similarly, I've gone for Donnarumma and Courtois, keeping the match days in mind.
Yeah, I think this is something important that people will have to sort of remember because with limitless, the options are actually limitless. You could get anyone, but in
Yeah.
that,
It's so cool this ship. Like your team looks so stacked. I mean,
Yeah.
FPL
it's
should
like
definitely have
best
this.
best Europe 11 types हो गया है मतलब
This
हर
is
टीम
what a
से
free
बेस्ट
hit
प्लेयर
should
लेके आ जाओ.
be in FPL, right?
Sorry.
This is how a free hit, what a free hit should be in FPL.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a free hit, then
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it should be. I agree. I agree. And Mir, just digressing a little bit, I think that if the free hit is redefined into a limitless, people won't just save it for those stupid blank game weeks. Then it'll become so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
True,
than that.
true, true.
So
definitely.
much more powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think ऐसा भी कुछ करना चाहिए कि maybe remove the limit of 3 players from one team. Maybe increase it to like 5, for example. In certain, maybe like when you use the limitless, you can choose up to 5 from a team, for example. वैसे
Yeah,
type
yeah,
भी कर सकते हैं.
yeah. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so that covers my team.
Yeah.
So guys,
Uh,
then coming back to
Hmm.
something I touched upon,
Hmm.
I think the toughest call, what I gathered from all the conversations with you guys, and what I've gathered from all my tinkering, the toughest call is to nail the three best strikers going forward. So, if I ask you guys to, just because we are running out of time, if you just simply rate the top three strikers and plus two,
Yeah.
who would those strikers be and why? Mir,
For me,
let's start with you.
Mbappe is a no-brainer, and Griezmann and Benzema also I would keep up there, but I don't want to load up completely on the France team because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. But I do like that shout, going for the three up top, all three French attackers, because I think it's easily the most exploitable game of the week. But if I had to pick one from the three, then Mbappe. Then picking Benzema would just be overthinking, I think, then over him. But both are good shouts. Other than that, the Kane I really like for this game against Scotland because he did not score the first game and he'll be really hungry to get on the goal line this time around. And other than that, Lukaku, of course, is a good shout, and he looked really good. And against the Danish team, if they're really low on confidence, I think Belgium will have a very easy game. But I'm not gonna call this game probably because I'm too sad about Ericsson. So I'm gonna stay away from this game.
I'm going to call this game and I'm going to say that Denmark is going to be really solid at the back
Hmm.
because of two factors. A, Ericsson is hale and hearty.
Too many emotions are
They will.
involved in this game, and that's why I'm gonna stay away.
Ericsson is hale and hearty now.
Yeah.
He's on his way to recovery.
Yes.
God bless him for that. God bless us for that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, none of us, I mean, anyway, I'm sure it affected everyone the same way, some
Yeah.
more than us. And I think the team knows
It-
that without Ericsson, they need to solidly double up on their defense.
Yeah. They.
There's a reason why so many people doubled up on Kerr and Mahila. There were so many people who did that because there was this faith in uh, the Danish team. So I don't know, and I just think that it's not going to be that easy to score against them because वो भी चूतिए तो नहीं है ना अभी उनका अटैकर नहीं है तो they are going to focus on the defense.
Hmm. Hmm. True. Other than that, Yaremchuk again, who's in my team, looked so good. Looked like a fucking god, man, in that game. He was so good. He was winning every header and just dominating the defense. And I just can't go without him, especially up against North Macedonia. I think he's nailed into my team right now. So yeah, those are my picks for this game.
Yeah.
Memphis
Okay.
Depay
I think-
also an outside shout. Memphis Depay definitely. Like a lot of people will
Interest-
go against him, but I think
Interesting how within a week span, Memphis Depay has become an outside shout and Yaremchuk is an inside shout.
yeah,
I mean, that's how quickly things change. That's how quickly things change.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Ratish, what about you?
For me, I think Mbappe most definitely should be in the team, irrespective of if you use Limitless or not. I think Lukaku also. I mean, I know that there is a very good chance that the Denmark team will be, will try and go really hard in this game. But given the way Belgium played, it's hard to ignore that as well. And Lukaku is just like in the form of his life. I think probably in Europe, Mbappe and Lukaku are the two best forwards, center forwards right now, and Lewandowski with a shout as well. So Lukaku for me also definitely I'm going to go with Lukaku. And currently I've gone with Depay as my third striker. I think he played well, was just unlucky not to get returns. But you could also easily go for Ronaldo because he's in form. He really wants to win this. Like this could be probably his final Euros. He will play the World Cup next year, but this is at least his final Euro. So I think he is very
Yeah.
desperate.
Single-handedly
to
cancelling Coke.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
वो मुझे पता नहीं that 4 billion loss or whatever that is quoted is true or not, but yeah.
That I mean,
So-
it's a little difficult to happen from speaking technically because
हाँ,
I mean
ऐसे ही एक चीज
इतना ज़्यादा मार्केट कैप नहीं गिरता है स्टॉक्स में तो कोई बेवकूफ़ नहीं होते वहाँ पे जो ट्रेड कर रहे हैं
हाँ. Anyway, yeah. So Cristiano could be a very good shout, even though if it's with Germany, they do look a little bit vulnerable, especially Hummels yesterday. Mbappe just skinned them. Actually, I think twice. I remember Mbappe skinned Hummels. So I think Ronaldo would be a good shout. Apart from these three, I think Immobile.
Definitely.
Again, given his performance last match, I think he's a player that you could go for. And Yaremchuk, I think you already covered why
So who are
he
your
can be a
top
very
three then?
important
Who are your
pick.
top three? Who are your top three?
My top three personally, Mbappe, Lukaku. Third one, I'm confused, but I think Ronaldo. Although I'm going to go with Depay, but I think Mbappe, Lukaku, and Ronaldo, based on current form and how their respective teams played in match day one. Purely based on that, Mbappe, Lukaku, and Ronaldo is my top three.
So if I look at my striker choices, I would say right on top would be Kane because there's usually people have this habit of propping up the underdog when it comes to rivalry stories. So everyone will talk about how Scotland can score against England, but England is also like they would be driven by the same energy of rivalry, which Scotland would be driven by.
Hmm.
So I think Kane is a great shout. Um, I mean, I think he's the World Cup Golden Boot winner, which is of the last major international tournament which happened. He's a hungry guy. He's had a great, fabulous, insane season at Tottenham this year. So I think Kane definitely is a big call, is a big shout for me. Um, Secondly, I think the one guy who will like Hungary for everything they do and they don't do. I just feel that um, France is going to overpower them. There's no doubt about that. They will definitely get overpowered, and I don't see a Jota kind of guy in France. So Mbappe will end up getting good service. They have better midfielders. They have better. They have a Griezmann who's playing in the pocket between the two strikers. So they will definitely do better. So Mbappe, and the third guy that I would like to, I think is very important. Actually, for me, it's a. The third guy would be if I had to really like a gun to my head between Ronaldo and Yaremchuk, I would say uh, Ronaldo, because if I'm looking at the entire playing 15, because इसमें playing 11 तो नहीं है, playing 15 है. So if I look at my playing 15, I just feel that Yarma can cover a Yaremchuk, Malinowski can cover a Yaremchuk, a double up of Yarma and Malinowski can definitely cover a Yaremchuk.
Hello?
But I don't see any player
हाँ हाँ
in Portugal who can cover a Ronaldo.
बोल बोल
So I would say
Hmm.
Ronaldo. So my three people are Kane, Mbappe, and Ronaldo.
हाँ
Depay, I was thinking about it, but then again, I think
क्या कह रहा
between
है
Wijnaldum and Dumfries, you can cover for Depay. So Depay is
अच्छा
not
अच्छा
someone who comes to my mind. And I mean, and
ठीक है
so yeah, that's four of them. Yeah, and I think if I had to pick a fifth attacker, then it would be Lukaku simply for the form that he's in, just because of the form. And yeah, and I also feel that somewhere because this is such a the
पीएम
schedules are
मोदी
so
ठीक
tight
है
in these international
पीएम
matches,
मोदी भी इंग्लिश
they're
में
so
होगा
damn tight that I have a feeling that team
आनंद से
good
पूछना है
managers will also start asking their teams to just go a little easy, score a goal, sit back, defend, just go easy.
हाँ
That's what France
So
did yesterday.
that's what France did yesterday. And France,
Yeah.
actually, France has cracked the code long back. They do that all the time.
अच्छा ठीक है
So that's one thing. And so coming back to that, Ratish, then if France gets the early goal,
अच्छा
do you
ये
think
तूने
they'll
भिजवा
go
दिया ना
for the
टाइप
kill?
करके
Uh,
चल ठीक है मैं देखता हूँ
I mean, it's not really about going for the kill. The thing is that Hungary will anyway try and just sit back. It's not going to be like Germany who will, keep possession and keep attacking you. Hungary will want to sit back, not have the ball at all. They'll just give the ball to France and try and score from counters or set pieces. So because of the way Hungary play, I think France will automatically have,
a lot
chances
of
of
space
scoring more than one goal. Um,
also
so yeah, I
Mbappe
think
was super
Mbappe.
unlucky to not get any returns this game he was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gosh
And
yeah.
Benzema. I think
Mbappe.
he and Benzema both were unlucky to not get returns.
yeah
Yeah. खत्म करें क्या? I think
so yeah
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it
let's call it.
call
Yeah,
भी है.
that's
great,
it
lovely. 1 hour,
lovely pod 1 hour
1 hour on the dot.
completely
This
non-bakchod
this is
pod this time again so
Yeah.
we're like we're going like this right now
this doing pod in the afternoon has opened up many new possibilities for us.
yeah because we were going so fast through the whole thing I think थोड़ा ज़्यादा formal हो गया बट नेक्स्ट टाइम एकदम माँ बहन की फिर से हम शुरू करेंगे हाँ
माफी दोस्तों, माफी
माफी
दोस्तों,
माफी माफी टू आवर
माफी.
ऑडियंस वी आर थ्रोइंग यू ऑफ
Yeah. We did
बट
this.
या
We did this pod also in the post lunch slump. So ये अभी अपन लोग सभी ढीले पड़े हुए हैं. But I
हाँ
hope you guys got enough information to help you with the team. And of course, to before we wrap up, all three of us are playing the Limitless. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about that. we are doing
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
definitely.
As far as the wild card in the next game week is concerned, I think that will be subject to how many good players we have coming back from our team one.
Hmm.
I don't think any of us have that or need to have that 100% commitment to the third wild card. So
Correct.
that's where we stand. And yeah, I mean, have fun, man. I mean,
Yep.
there's nothing to nothing. There's no OR involved in this. There's no historical ORs.
Yeah,
Just
that's
have
what
fun.
I'm.
आजकल मैं सुबह उठता हूँ, मतलब मेरे को ये नहीं लगता कि शिट ऑफिस का काम करना है. लाइक ऑफिस का काम खत्म करके शाम को 6 बजे फुटबॉल शुरू होने वाला है. एक्साइटमेंट में उठते
Man.
हैं
That's
सुबह.
really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
All
So,
right.
so we have what, 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours for the deadline of
Yeah, 6:30. It's
डेडलाइन या 3 hours.
Yeah.
3:30 हुआ है अभी.
Thanks to you guys again. Uh, I have a lot of ideas.
okay.
चलो.
That's it. All right, guys. See you
Cool.
after the game.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.